Greetings and welcome to the Adipose's first ever wrestling game tutorial. I've been playing wrestling games now for probably about 15 years of my life, and I've done many game tutorials but never put the two together and made a wrestling game tutorial. So here goes. Now, the reason I decided to make a wrestling game tutorial with the release of WWF13 is because my favourite ever mode has made a reoccurrence in this game. Now, I'm not talking Hell in a Cell, I'm not talking Last Man Standing, I'm not talking Inferno Match, I'm talking far simpler than that. I'm talking Elimination Tag. 6-man, 4-man, doesn't matter. But Elimination Tag has to be one of my favourite modes ever on a wrestling game. Now, before you start arguing back, you must be thinking in your head, wait a minute, Addy, there's been Elimination Tag in wrestling games for, since whenever. They were there last year, they were there the year before, this isn't something new. And yes, I agree, the modes technically were in the game, but there has been one big change in WWE13 to Elimination Tag that actually hasn't been seen in wrestling games since, I think, the all-time classic of WWF Shut Your Mouth, it's that old now. And it's a very simple addition. What it is when you're playing the Elimination Tag mode, hit the select button and you change character. So when I've got Mankind hitting his double arm DDT on Shawn Michaels there, I can instantly change to The Rock, run across the ring and attempt to intercept Hunter Hearst Helmsley before he can break up the pinfall. And you can press this select button as often as you like in the game. So I can switch straight back to Mankind when I want, switch straight back to The Rock straight after. I can just keep tapping at this and you can see that that 1P is moving from one player to the other. Now this has several uses. It means I can intercept a pinfall or attempt to slow down another player. It means that I can protect my own characters if I need to. So if you hit a switch in music on me, I can quickly change to The Rock even early and break that up before I get into trouble. And it means you can have all sorts of battles outside the ring as well, because if I want to, I can forget the match. I can just change straight to The Rock and just take on Hunter and just knock him outside the ring and just have a big battle with him outside. I mean, it gives a lot more freedom to how I actually want to play the match. And the fact that it's elimination as well means it's not just focused on one pinfall, you've got to take down the whole team, which gives the opportunity for some brilliant comebacks if you end up in 2-on-3 or 1-on-3 situations, and also some domination as well. Now, I do of course love the singles matches in these games. I love the long epic struggles between Austin and The Rock and Miss Wakabashi, whichever wrestlers you want to talk about. But there's also room for these more arcadey modes as well, especially if you've got a person sitting next to you on the sofa that you can play these fun and frantic modes with. Now, to get this mode working properly, there's a few other little changes I suggest you do to your game. The first one, as I do the trademark Mankind clothesline there, the first one there is in the visual presentation. I suggest you turn the camera cuts off, because when you get those admittedly pretty cool camera angles of a suplex or a switch in music or whatever, it's then very hard to run across the ring, because you can't see the person, the non-legal person, you can't see what direction you're supposed to run in, you can't see where everyone else is. So I suggest that you turn those off for this mode. I also recommend that you fiddle with the targeting indicators. I always have mine on auto. I'm probably not going to be able to show you now. Actually, no, I can, because the referee's there. As I change who I'm focused on, it automatically then it shows me who I'm actually looking at. Which makes it a lot easier to intercept or to break up a pinfall, because I can see who I'm about to whack or who I'm not about to whack. And along with that, I always change my selection of characters to manual, which is in target settings. So it's by default it's on automatic, which means you just focus on the nearest person. I like manual because it means that you actually can kind of run across the entire ring without necessarily having to worry that you're going to turn around and punch the person behind you. You should always hit the person in front of you, as long as you've selected them correctly. So with those options in place, Elimination Tag becomes one of the most fun modes that you can have on WWE13. So I do strongly recommend it. Once you've finished all the new Attitude Era stuff, once you've finished all the new oh my god moments, load up the Elimination Tag, 4-man, 6-man, probably put it on to quick or normal. I wouldn't have an epic match with these settings on, and then you have got yourself a whole lot of fun to have here. And if you're into doing kind of like universe mode and things like that, the other advantage of playing multi-man tag matches, and it doesn't have to be Elimination Tag, it can just be a normal tag match if you prefer, is you don't always have to have your main eventer to get pinned. So let's say, for example, I was having a big feud between Rock and Triple H here. It doesn't have to be Rock that gets the pinfall on Triple H. It could be that Shawn Michaels takes the fall or something like that. So you can use the advantages of the tag mode to keep your feuds going, at least in your head. Ow, as I take a very, very, very nasty bump onto those steps outside. But I believe now it is time for us to put this match away. If Shawn was still in, I would now be changing back to The Rock to intercept, but luckily I don't need to. But the AI in the game is good enough that it normally will go for a pinfall after a finisher, and success. If you've enjoyed this little mini tutorial and guide, please give the video a like so I know that there is interest in these videos, and subscribe if you want to make sure you see what's coming up next for The Adipose. Thanks a lot for watching, and enjoy the Elimination Tag matches. Goodbye.